It's another step towards the aim for almost all of the UK's power to come from low-carbon sources by 2030. Sarah Corker reports.
On the East Yorkshire coast, hundreds of these huge wind turbine blades are stacked up like dominoes. Soon they'll be shipped off to what will become the world's biggest wind farm in the North Sea.
They're made in our blade facility, which is just to our right, so these are made in Hull.
This is one of only 2 factories in Britain that makes these blades. And today's offshore wind deal between the government and the industry is set to accelerate this green revolution.
It's the coming of age of renewable energy. It's going to become the backbone of the UK energy supply. So I think it's a huge step, both from a government signalling what they want to do with energy policy and the industry getting itself ready to provide it.
At the moment, offshore wind provides around 7% of British power, but that's due to increase to more than 30% by 2030, tripling the number of green-collar jobs to 27,000. And the industry will invest £250 million in a growth fund.
We're high above the Humber estuary here, and coastal communities in Yorkshire and Lincolnshire have greatly benefited from the rapid growth of wind power. And now the industry is expected to double in size by 2030.
Danish firm Ørsted, which builds the wind farms, has expanded its base on the east coast, transforming Grimsby's old fishing port.
It's just a whole new lease of life for the area and for Grimsby that has struggled for some time now, but is really going through this renaissance, and it's a sustainable future for Grimsby if we're securing green energy.
But environmentalists warn that as plans to expand nuclear are delayed, these wind power targets don't go far enough to keep our lights on. Britain, though, is the world's biggest offshore wind market.
Today's deal sets out ambitious plans for a 5-fold increase in exports to the Far East, Europe and the US. And it's not just about the product, these huge blades, it's about exporting technology, services and knowledge too.
Some people started here as operatives, using skills from previous industries, so anything from joinery to welding. Nobody was an expert in making blades 3 years ago. We've learnt it and we've honed our skills.
And this expansion in wind energy means more jobs and investment all along the east coast for many decades to come.